wizard that can't do magic and has to rely on swords.
I want to play a artificer that basically he takes a flat earther approach to magic. He does not believe it
Yeah.
exists. It's all just a complete ruse.
Despite embodying the evidence to the contrary.
Well, it's because he creates his magical effects with his inventions, as opposed to actually casting spells.
Awesome. So yeah, speaking of scooping up bodies off the floor, are we ready to? You ready to go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
It is.
I'm sorry.
Recap time then.
We killed the beholder. No one important died. The end.
Yes, yeah. Tauchi went in hard and fast with bees to the face, pocket sand, bees through a window. The little prick, is it Pixies?
Yeah.
Prixies.
Were troublesome but relatively easy to dispatch. The status effects really quite quickly caught up with the group, so it kind of became a bit of a war of attrition, and who could be basically not be turned to stone or not who could get any attack in, and yeah, we really only had one kind of major casualty. There was a bit of polymorphing action going on, a bit of ravens, a bit of um, uh, uh, puzzles, and Mellifera making a guest appearance. Um, do we know what happened to her at the end of the session? Is she still there? Did she just kind of like turn back into stone?
And she went.
We freed her, didn't we? So she's been freed from the stone prison. She's gone back to do her work.
Oh, okay, that's it.
Very cryptically,
Mm.
whatever that is. Which we may have released the actual bad guy. Athelion isn't actually bad.
So yeah, the beholder through various back and forth, realised he was pretty screwed. Tried to make a run for it. Clive firebolted him to the back of the floating head, which was the killing blow. And he, dying, said, "Oh, my work will live on, or someone will carry on my work." Basically, like alluded to, this is not the end, even though it's the end for him. So, but one of the pricks escaped via his little round escape tunnel at the back of the room. Malafera asked of us, no, she said she would give us one, like, not basically in the kind of genie facto, I'll give you one thing, what do you ask of me? And we kind of toyed with bringing Faust back to life, or we toyed with messaging the watch, or messaging the governor, or messaging someone, I can't remember who. And in the end we went with bring us all back to make sure we're all renewed for the fight to come, because we are not done yet. We've got a lot left to do. And she was like, yeah, great. Oh, tentacles, oh god, it was Nestia, kind of determined. Nihilester, thank you, as opposed to Azathoth. Nihilester. Well, I say determined. Tauchi determined it was with a 10. Well, it still might not be, but we kind of think it might be. Nihilester. And Faust used command to let go of Tauchi, or one of them. Tauchi, and the beholder was like, he's mine. But he was actually talking to the tentacles, which is cool. But yeah, the gate shut, and the tentacles disappeared, and the illusion disappeared for now. But we don't know the extent of Praxis's connection to Nihilester, or Malafera's connection to Nihilester. Why did she have a portal to their inner sanctum to begin with? And I think that was it, more or less. No one else died. No major afflictions. We haven't searched the room or done any looting yet. And yes, Have I missed anything?
Did the body turn to dust?
No,
Or was it just there?
I think it's there.
What have we missed? Faust is
The
dead
little
Oh,
and
the
Faust's
got-
Guardian slumped.
The Prixie escaped.
One
But
Prince
Yeah, we
escaped.
said that.
The Shield Guardian just kind of crumpled into just lifeless rock.
Oh yeah.
And we heard the sound of definitely a body hitting
Oh,
in
you're saying
the levels
yeah.
below. They,
D6.
yeah.
And Draven's gone to the hub,
Mm.
which
Yeah.
I believe we are going to be chasing after.
Well, I say we try and find what other communication method Praxis had to communicate with his other command.
We
The
can.
crystal thing, and see if you can find it in the room. Anyway, whatever. Frank called Draven.
Well, I think it's a matter of urgency to chase after Draven, right?
Well, Prixie. Do we go after the Prixie?
I think that's long gone. It's gone down that escape chute.
But do we want to get out of the library via the escape chute? Draven didn't leave via the escape. He went via like the staircase that we came from. Rather arrogantly, just
No,
kind of walked through
he walked up to us and just vanished in front of us, and
Oh, okay.
I assume like teleported in some way.
Do we at least search the room first?
I mean, yeah, we might as well look for any obvious like items that are like on display or in like a working area.
Can Tenos go up to Praxis and attempt to cut off one of the tendrils with an eye to pocket?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
The
one that he thinks the death ray came out of.
we got to chop off all the eyes, right?
So
And the big main one as well. I'm sure they go for a lot of money to someone.
Are you like properly butchering this beholder and taking all the eyes?
Tenos would take one and leave Slicks to kind of entertain himself.
I think Slicks would get distracted by this loot mine here. I would attempt to butcher all the eyes and shove them all in his bag of holding.
Okay.
And any other of note appendages or limbs that from his research of beholders he would know would either be a good crafting material or would sell for money.
Also, can you search a beholder? Is it possible to search a floating eye?
Yeah, does it have some sort of like
a little fanny pack or something like?
or some like what would you call it? Dimensional storage or something?
So, so you can definitely cut off all the eye stalks, take out all the eyes. You'd know from your knowledge of beholders, from your research, that a lot of the innards are kind of quite prized, like components for like arcane reagents. So they'd be particularly valuable to like wizards, that kind of thing. And you'll also get kind of a whole bunch of like kind of nondescript guts that would be freely not pouring out but able to kind of gather up into sample jars and stuff if you like. But you'd also know that the beholder's teeth would be prized kind of decorative in the same way that kind of ivory from elephant tusks type thing would be desirable to that kind of person. On the underneath there'd be kind of decorative adornments and like almost piercings that were kind of dangling down underneath. So there's some golden gems there as well.
I've added beholder bits, beholder eye stalks, and beholder teeth to my inventory.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to take some teeth.
Okay.
I think,
And these teeth
yeah.
are they're kind of a foot or so each.
Oh yeah, I don't have much in the bag of holding.
Okay, I'll just take one like tooth. That's bigger than I thought, but cool. Take it.
Wait, do you see how big this thing is? Oh, what happened? Did someone just disappear on the map?
Just tentacle.
The illusion of
Ah, right.
Buttercup and the tentacle, which
I saw it in the corner of my eye.
didn't fool people quite as much as the beholder had planned. Yeah, so that's kind of what's going on with the beholder. So you have all of those things. While you're doing this, Mellifera is kind of as time is going on. She was the size of this massive statue. She's now shrinking down to more kind of normal size, and still walking quite stiffly, but kind of looking around, surveying what was her study, and like moving, like she's like poking through piles of books as well, looking quite annoyed, like trying to start setting things in order.
Is there anywhere that was seemed to be like their kind of not the beholder's like desk, but like his main kind of nook, his area where he would an area of it seems to be an area of importance within the room where there might be more information relating to the veil and the rest of the organisation and Draven potentially.
So, what the closest thing to like a main desk or study area for the beholder would be up at the central plinth where you first found him.
Okay.
So, at the top there's a long stone. It was in its time well carved and ornate stone table, but it's kind of worn down over the years, and that has various kind of scrolls and plans and books on top of it. But it also has a round orb that looks quite familiar to you guys.
Let's take a look at that as he has the other crystal.
I don't. It's downstairs.
You
I
don't?
put it. I put it on a shelf because I was scared that the beholder was going to track us or booby trap it somehow as we go into his lair.
Okay, well Tenos will is it on like a
It's
plinth?
on a.
Is it on...
Sorry, I thought you were talking to me.
No, sorry. I mean the orb and the beholders on the beholders thing. Is it on anything, or is there anything around it? It's just there. It's not covered.
It's on a very simple stand, but it looks like it's not active right now, as though it's kind of needs to be activated.
I think either we should try and activate it, or at least take it with us, potentially. Do we want to? I'm trying to think of a way we can kind of Palantir this thing.
Well, there's all these other rooms around, aren't there? Attached to the braziers, and a couple of symbols.
Maybe it only works in this room potentially.
Panels.
Is there anything relating to the governor that I can see, or Ampton Burl?
So you can see like what looks like reports that have been given to Praxis, and they talk about an army marching from Anson Burl. It talks about this being the ideal excuse to take control.
Okay.
And it talks about getting a militia together and repurposing the watch and using people from the Vale to reinforce and guard the main gates against the siege.
Interesting.
So you take
Nothing.
from this that the focus of Praxis has been using it to essentially stage a coup by the back door, but also the main concern being this army from Amsonville coming. There's not a huge amount that shows a particular amount of concern for Aphelion for whatever reason.
And any other kind of reference to Nihiletita, tentatively, oh god.
Not that you can see.
Okay. This all seems quite, I was expecting like a big kind of board on the wall with, string and
Plan.
Practice's master plan, like his mission objective.
So
Oh, if you need someone that's proficient in deep speech, Slicks can speak deep speech.
Is that the old god's language?
That's Beholder language.
Ooh.
So bear in mind that you'd have everything that you've seen written is in a multitude of different like handwriting, and it's all in common. So this is all stuff that's been given to Praxis. Praxis, not being blessed with hands, doesn't look like he'd have done much in the way of writing himself.
Oh, do you not have a little diary?
It's not a handy diary for Praxis.
I love just the idea of like several singed books. Okay, interesting. Right. Do we want anyone to try and use the orb?
Well, not really.
I mean, it could be an easy way to get to Draven.
Maybe we could speak to him, but what would we say? Oh, we just killed your bar. We're coming after you.
You could
Get
pretend.
ready for a fight.
You could pretend
Or
to be the
should-
beholder in your deep speak.
Nah. As I said, I'm not very charismatic.
My name is Praxis, and I hate everyone. Come back to the lair.
If only you had a very charismatic person who could mimic other people's voices. But alas,
I mean, does how you
Who?
want to do is wing the boot thing and go find?
What down the hole? To get the body. Well, yeah. To be honest, we should probably retrieve the body. I think Doughty would have been straight on that.
If there is a body.
so
They just find some stone hands down there.
Might do.
so you fly down, and this goes the full height of the tower back down to the very base of the library kind of main body. Well, it actually stops. It kind of lands on a bit of shelving above like the top of a really high bookcase, so it doesn't hit the floor like the shop floor of the library, but it's kind of that's the kind of distance that it goes. And as you fly down, you can see two stone like forearms and hands that kind of are cracked and broken, and the partially liquefied but very much broken body of Faust. It is lifeless to the extent that like it's essentially been thrown off a very large tower and hit concrete. It's pancaked. But you are able to retrieve several items if that's what your intention.
Yeah, I think Doughty probably would. Yeah.
So the effects
wouldn't leave
that you'd be able to retrieve, and you can choose to leave some of these. Well, you'd have his flute and his pipes. You'd have his rapier. But you'd also have the necklace of Lady Hallwinter, which he was using to control the golem.
Yeah.
You have a spell scroll of Dimension Door, spell scroll Power Word Kill, and Dwarfkin's Ring. They are all in the loot section in the journal.
Okay, cool. I'll add them all. Loot. Oh yeah. Cool. I
In-
think it'd probably take everything. Shit, I just pressed the wrong button. Yeah, Tauchi would take everything and he he'd probably give Faust a prod. Or what remains of Faust.
You're not going to collect him in a bucket or anything.
No.
I
No,
mean,
Warlock.
you feel like if you were to try and pick up his body and fly it back, that there would be a chance that not all of it would be coming with you.
Yeah.
Is there anything that's obviously missing?
Um, not that you'd be aware of.
Gotcha.
See, that's one of those answers where people goes, so there's definitely something. Not necessarily.
Oh.
One thing I would say, as you're kind of there, you're looking, taking his effects, he does look like he's got a smile on his face.
Huh.
But he is, like,
His
panting.
face.
I mean, he was kind of the opposite of that as he was falling. I think he screamed out "Master" or something, didn't he?
Yeah.
You did all hear that?
And there's no. Fauci would be looking for the coin that he often flicked. He was often playing with.
You don't find any coin upon the body.
Fauci would look around at the shadows and then probably float back up.
Are you looking around specifically for Mephistopheles?
Yeah. For sure.
If you're looking specifically for Mephistopheles, Mephistopheles is always there for people who want to find him. You look around the
not
shadows
wanting-
and you see him there.
I think Tauchi's hair would probably stand on end a bit, and his tail would flick. But apart from that, he won't engage. He won't speak to or acknowledge the presence of Mephistopheles, and he'll just float up.
I'll be seeing you later, boy. They always come back for a favour at some point. I'll be seeing you later.
And again, Tauchi won't react. He'll just carry on.
Okay.
Yeah, and he'll go back to the room, and he will tell everyone that Faust is no more. There is no longer Faust. Unless everyone's got a Hoover or mop. He'll probably let out one solitary tear.
As you're kind of you're chopping up bits of Beholder and reporting back on the body, Mellifera is starting to loudly increasingly loudly mutter under her breath about wishing people that would have a bit more courtesy when in someone else's house and to leave her alone to her work. Haven't you lot already made enough mess? Things like that.
I would like to ask her, was she aware of everything going on while she was turned to... If not, it's been a very long time.
Well, last I was aware, I was doing some research experiments into days long past. If everything was going well, and time, frankly, would not matter. But it seems something went a little bit astray.
I'd tell her the date, which I obviously know, the year.
So in that case, I'm to thank you for releasing me from quite a lengthy amount of time in that state. That's one of the things that happens, I suppose, when you stare into the cosmic horrors of the unknown other dimension. But no, I was not aware of that passage of time, just where I was and then slowly starting to wake up.
What allegiances do you have towards the city?
The city is a convenience. I care little for the comings and goings. It is just where my knowledge is housed. It's where it happens to be. No one would dare do anything to threaten such a glorious house of knowledge, and it seems that even though squatters moved into my sanctum, the library still stands. I am content. I can get back to my work and explore the old ways and the deep histories of Azathoth and Nyarlathotep and their great and noble war.
Slicks would nervously look at Clive's hand, as she said, nobody would dare to burn or destroy the knowledge. Oh, thankfully we stopped that fire.
Fascinating. A disembodied hand. How marvellous. Do you mind if I keep it? I'd love to study it. Come here, boy. Come here.
Tenos will just hold out his his arm, his hand towards Clive and see what he does. As Malafira does the same.
So Clive instantly runs straight to you, Tenos. You can tell from this bond. You could tell, and you would know from Clive's history, that this kind of knowledge and magical research, is the kind of thing that in the days when he had a body, Clive would have been really into. But no, Clive's hand has other priorities, and he's gone straight to you.
Tenos will say to Malafira, just say, perhaps another time.
Really, you would not like it enhanced? Very well. I would give it a glorious jar, clean it regularly, give all kinds of powers, growths maybe, experiments, additions perhaps.
I would, Tenos would have a flashback to the golem with the brain in a jar. Think, maybe not. Hey, Mandy.
Hi, Mandy.
Hey team, how we doing?
Hot as
Survi-
balls.
Surviving.
We're not moaning about the heat though, are we?
No.
The 2 days of summer.
Pretty cool.
Anyway, I will not interrupt you.
Cashews and banana.
Hello.
Combined.
Ooh, actually banana.
Anyway.
And banana.
Enjoy.
Okay.
Right.
That feels like a textual mindfuck. Soft, but then wait, there's a nut in there.
It makes a banana really creamy.
Well, there you go. So I think so. If Malafira, I think we can always come back and revisit her. I think we've got, yeah.
Tauchi, assuming he's back in the room now, would ask, knowing that she was researching some of the ancient. He would ask what she knows of the brothers, of the blade, of the Grandmaster God Killer, and Intue as well.
Children's stories, my dear boy, children's stories. That is just legend that's just invented to explain these things. No, that Nyarlathotep and Azathoth, they were hyper intelligent beings. They were. Who knows what made them tear through the fabric of this reality and be trapped alone in another realm. That's what I was trying to get to the bottom of, but these stories of swords and knights and sons, that just does not make logical sense at all. We can't have children's stories dictate science and research.
What about the hammer? Isn't the hammer founded upon these stories?
The mighty dragon. I mean, of course, dragons are real, but you tend to find that people who put themselves in charge and usurp other rulers, they tend to write the histories the way that they see fit and make up fanciful stories to make a legend and legacy for themselves. I do not put much store in it. I believe in what I can test by science.
Well, let's hope your science can save you from the giant, I believe, Athelion that is marching towards the city. So we believe. So yeah, may or may not concern you, but we've got to go and deal with that now.
Marching toward
Would Tao Chi show the sword?
That's what I'm just wondering. I'm trying to think exactly that. Would he show? I think he would. He would look to Tenos and maybe tap it. Kind of think. Do we show it?
I think
Not Tao Chi's sword.
Tennis would kind of, after hearing how he's talking about the old gods, perhaps would be pensive. There's just like a little kind of there's just a little shake of the head.
Cool. Which then would Tao Chi would fire off one last question, which would be, what do you know about fragmented souls?
fragmented souls, a fascinating topic. Fascinating topic. Of course, many ways to do it. You can find a powerful lich or necromancer to literally tear the mind apart. A fascinating practice, takes many years and test subjects. I've heard it be able to be done by certain enchanted weaponry as well. I'm sure that if people put enough faith in gods, that some kind of divine intervention may also have a similar effect, but I suspect that's more madness than anything else. But yes, it would take a great deal of power. Is this something you're interested in? Do you have some souls? I could study them.
I may know some. I may have encountered some, but I think we have more pressing matters at hand with a walking mountain making its way towards the city.
Well, these all seem like fascinating subjects. If they would need any more academic help or research, please do stop by. I can help. I'd be so interested in helping.
I bet.
Knowledge, of course, as they say, is power.
we've certainly seen some of that.
Well,
Well,
thank you.
shall we be off?
So kind of just huddle in the corner and have a little powwow. behind on the other side of practice is big bulk.
Do take your time. I'm not busy or anything.
The hammer or the gate or anywhere else you guys want to go.
Oh, hammer. We need to go to the hammer and hopefully catch Draven before he runs off with the other half of the sword.
Yeah.
Go.
I tend to agree. We need to stop Draven. He's our immediate problem. I feel we have.
Ithilien slowly making his way here. I think we got a couple more days.
Yeah, we've got a few days, and the trouble at the gate, as much as it might relate to us, and we might have some responsibility, it is not something we can solve.
If I look out the window, can I see towards the gate?
I think they just Draven running along the street.
So,
Like, do I see a certain army approaching the hammer?
looking out the window, there's nothing that you can see as far as the horizon. So you are at the top of the second tallest building in the hammer. So you've got pretty good visibility. You can't see within kind of... So you reckon you'd be able to see the distance of a day's march. And you don't see any amassing army. You also don't see a walking mountain coming towards you either at this point.
Okay, so 2 main objectives are stop Draven, and we just took out literally minutes before, or hours before entering this boss fight, there was a decree put out that Praxis was now the leader of the hammer.
Thing is, we can go around yelling, "Oh, Praxis is dead," but that doesn't really mean anything because most people probably don't know. Most people don't really know who Praxis is, and also, how do we prove it other than waving ice dogs at their face?
So we go to the hammer, where the lords are, I believe. According to the ladies who said that they just sit around the hammer, pretending to hear prophecies and stuff from him.
Well,
So as we go there, either Draven's killing the lords right now as we speak, taking the sword from the hammer, or he's not.
As Tauchi can effectively fly, and
So probably got about 6 hours of flying left today.
And Flix has his great, awesome cloak of "you can't see me." What Tenos would like to do before he does that, he'll quickly say to Malifera, "There's before we go, there's an interesting looking orb up there. Might want to have a look at it. It might give you a bit more insight into what's happened over the last couple of years."
I will study this intently. Is this your property?
No, it's the dead guys.
Finders keepers. Good. Again, I'll be very, very interested to share my findings upon it if you wish to return.
Me? Why not? We'll see you around. And with that, Tenos will turn back to the group, and he'll get out the polymorph wand again.
Are you going to turn yourself into some sort of giant bird that we're going to fly on your back?
Well, yeah, but I don't think so the plan was to turn myself either into a giant eagle or a giant owl. Probably a giant owl. What time of day is it?
It's coming towards the end of it. It's coming towards evening.
Okay, so giant owl. Because they have dark vision, which is quite cool. and not with more a sense of transporting Clive on his back, not necessarily. I don't think a giant owl can carry people necessarily, or maybe it can. What's his wingspan?
I guess I'll take the stairs then.
Well, Tauchi or fly? Sorry, I misremembered flying boots. It's 4 hours. I mean, it
I mean,
restarts every 12 hours per
I
hour.
mean, if it's possible for Tenos to take Slicks, then he will. We could have a go, but the idea with the owl is more to scout the hall of the hammer to see a way in or find Draven
Okay.
from up high.
So giant owl is a large beast. So you guys take up a 5 by 5 foot space. This will take up a 10 by 10 foot space. To give you an idea of how big the owl is. So like we're talking not far off like the eagles from Lord of the Rings.
So wow, so like the Guardian, the Field Guardian.
It's about that size.
Yeah. So might be able to take Slicks. Don't know how big.
You have to carry me.
Carry
with
you.
talons.
Just gripping onto your shoulders. I mean,
We could be
give it a go.
flying artillery. You carry me, and I'll just shoot things from the sky. And because they're not, I'll get sneak attack because they won't know it's coming.
Okay, let's do it. And then Clive's just on the scruff of the neck or on the head, holding on.
Are you doing anything with the remnants of the damaged shield guardian?
Ooh,
Yeah, I was just wondering that.
Cannot
I mean-
no.
You'd probably need some magical ability, wouldn't you?
So
to be able
you're going to
attune.
use the necklace you got off Faust, and then you have to tune with it. It takes an hour.
Yeah.
Takes an hour.
Oh yeah, we haven't. I mean, would Taoshi divulge what you found on Faust?
Yeah. He wouldn't hide it. To be honest, he's reasonably he's very trusting of Tenos. He's worried about Slex. He doesn't trust his mental fortitude.
Mm.
And
The only thing Tenos would be interested in would be the ring. I think power word death is, Tenos has already got a potentially very powerful magical item. I think power word death is just a step too far. Kind of trust Taochi's judgment with that. I think power word death in the hand of Slicks would. I don't think he really needs it.
yeah, that wouldn't.
No, Slicks would be interested in Dimension Door.
Dimension door. Okay.
Yeah, you know what? I think that'd probably be quite good. Fauci would sling it over to Slex.
Nice.
What about the Hall Winter necklace?
Do you need a magical ability to be able to attune with something magical like that? I'd probably assume so.
No. Oh well, if you don't be magical to attune to magic items.
I'm assuming Faust told us how it all came to be. Although, yeah, there was things for the fingers, the toes even. So,
I mean, you were with Faust his entire journey here, so you know everything that he's done with this necklace. That he's done openly. All right, shall we go before we dawdle any longer?
Did Tenos successfully transform himself into a bird?
Yes, you can. So, given that, are you guys flying out the window? So you're all flying out the window with Tauchi flying and Slicks being carried by the owl.
Yes.
I think we might be. Yep.
Okay, so let's put you on this map. So so you guys are at the top of the tower. You can see the Hall of the Hammer in the middle of the city. Are you guys flying straight there? Are you scouting around? Are you landing, going in the front door? What's your plan?
I don't think a giant owl landing in the front door is going to be ideal. I would probably go via the roof.
Yeah, the roof, or if there's some sort of dramatic entrance we can make. Like if
I
there's
mean-
like a giant room with a stained glass window that we can just smash through
Well,
and land in front of
do
Draven as he's
can we
about
can
to
we
take the sword.
can we do a lap of it first?
Maybe just release Slicks because it doesn't matter what the acrobatics check is. He's just going
Yeah.
to make it through that.
Yes.
I still take fall damage.
Tennis will throw Slicks through the massive stained glass window in the front of the hammer.
So I'm going to put you here so you can see what the what the whole of the hammer looks like on the outside.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
So you see a massive, grand, opulent building. It doesn't have, so it looks as you can see it here. The front entrance is a large, very very large open passageway. In comparison to relatively small windows all over the building. As you're flying, you'll be able to see that in the very top of the roof, there does seem to be a kind of an equally large opening at the very top of the roof, similar size to the door at the front. It looks like it's been boarded up, but kind of penetrable. So it's been boarded up with planks of wood. But yeah, windows too small for a giant owl to kind of fly through dramatically. And as you do a loop, you can see that there are 2 guards standing at all times in front of the Hall of the Hammer, and you can see a small patrol of Vale henchmen making kind of patrolling around the perimeter at kind of quite a leisurely pace. So it takes some time for them to do a full circuit of this massive building.
I mean, it has to be the hatch, right? At the top.
Makes sense.
Yeah, top entrance, definitely.
How long does it take to fly from the tower to the hammer?
Not very long. I mean, are you looking for what's the basis of the question? Are you planning some? What's the
No,
plan?
is it less than half an hour?
Yes, it's minutes because you're
Oh,
flying
okay.
quite quickly and you're flying in a direct line unimpeded.
Okay. No, that's fine. Just want to double check because not very high.
Yeah, it's close enough that your polymorph is not going to suddenly run out mid-flight.
Okay, cool. I would say maybe we would, if we can attempt to penetrate the boarded opening, or at least enough to fit the 3 of us through while still polymorphed. Either with a combination of talons ripping up, or Tauchi and Slicks, using their swords and various weapons and stuff to kind of make openings.
I mean, we got crowbars, right, in our basic.
Use a beholder's tooth.
I've got one in my inventory.
in.
I assume I got from my adventuring gear from my character creation.
Yeah, I definitely haven't got a crowbar. I'm not that type of monk.
Yes, so you can land on this panel, or this set of panels. They're pretty heavy duty timbers. These are essentially designed to keep the weather out, keep the rain out, and you think that you can definitely make it through. You would know that it would be very difficult to do it quietly. But yeah, you can absolutely kind of take some prying tools, some crowbars. I mean, you could even set fire to it. It's quite dry. It's not been raining for, I think it rained a day ago. So yeah, there are various ways that you could make it in this way. So are you guys just looking to start prying up boards?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, let's do that.
As you do,
Why not?
you all manage to kind of take the first board off, and you can see that this goes right down to it's in a similar sort of way as the Mellifera's tower, kind of from the top. There's this hole that went straight down to the bottom. It's the same here. This seems to go right down to the ground floor. So this is a long drop. But as you look down, you can see the unmistakable sight of a gargantuan, motionless dragon at the bottom of a very, very large hall. You can see various figures around it, but it's very far away, so you can't make out a huge amount of detail.
So at this point, we are a troop of a giant owl and Slicks and Touchy just kind of just slowly descending this tower. Is there any sign of other access to other levels? Is it basically we're just flying down a big chimney until it gets to this open area? Anywhere that we can inconspicuously land, or at least position ourselves.
So when you can see that right at the bottom there is like one sort of mezzanine level, but you can see that from this kind of main central chamber, you could intuit that the purpose of this is essentially for the dragon to fly up and exit out of. So there's not a huge amount of other levels and things like that in here, because there'd be no reason for anyone else to come up at different levels. So while there are other levels to it, they are kind of in different bits of the hall. You can see as you're looking down. What would you be able to see? No, that's all you can see from that angle. You'd have to get further down to be able to see the rest of the chamber.
Do we want to go with Slick's cannonball / being thrown option, or do we want to just land and see what happens?
Let's say we go down a bit before we talk about attacking anything or shooting anything or dropping me.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Whether just to fly down directly into the chamber, and then kind of.
Wait, what else are we gonna do?
Um.
Go back out the way we came and fly down to the ground and go in through the bottom.
Cool. I think the kid's woken up. Sorry for now. Yeah. All right. Let's just fly down. Let's just fly down to the chamber.
So height-wise, think like Eiffel Tower type height. And it's kind of a long, pretty smooth chamber. Not a lot going on around. There's like kind of carvings and stuff, but it's all very kind of referential to dragons and that kind of thing that you'd expect. And you can see the odd kind of massive claw mark that's been scratched into the stone as you go down. You have to go quite far down, so it's kind of your maybe 30 feet from the bottom before you'd be able to kind of see the whole rest of the room, because it kind of opens out like that. And as you get closer, you can see. In fact, I will put you there. So we're skipping that room. We're going straight there. You will have to zoom out on this map quite a bit.
Wow.
Pretty crap.
So I'll just extend this across my screen. Yes, so you can see as you get down closer, there are a number of kind of large statues, large figures, some of which are familiar to you in terms of what they represent. A massive sleeping dragon. At one end you see a set of massive, huge double doors, which are kind of lead to one end of a grand red carpet. And at the other end you see a large elevated area with steps up to a very ornate throne. It's lit by very large fiery braziers, and there are a number of figures that you see. So on the mezzanine level, you can see a couple of hooded figures who are kind of keeping watch. You see kind of a phalanx of hooded figures who are like kind of hands together in prayer, well, looking like they're in prayer, hood down. And you can also see, which I don't have tokens for, some very regal, very lordly dressed individuals, which aren't represented by tokens here, who look as though they are talking amongst themselves. Everyone give me a quick perception check.
Is it also
Right.
Draven there?
This might be what the perception check is for.
Okay.
So hang on. So a giant owl has a 15 passive perception.
Yeah, Tabaxi's got 17 passive perception, but I rolled a 13.
So how does that work then?
So it works by it's different ways that you use it. So passive perception is like if a twig snapping would kind of catch your attention and go at that. Active perception is, do you see something you're actively looking for? Do you pick out the detail? But regardless, with the 21 from Slicks can see just emerging from a hole at the back of the hall up a ladder is Draven.
That nasty bastard.
Does he see me?
And you guys are kind of up in the sky here. Let's see if Draven sees you.
So if he doesn't,
Would
I'm going
he-
to shoot him.
He'll know what that means. Or he better.
Hang on, is it intelligence? I can never remember. Is it intelligence or
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Wisdom is perception, yeah.
Wisdom. 16. 16. Would he notice you? He is facing that way.
Oh, we're above though, aren't we? Is he looking up?
You're high up, but in order to see the whole room, you've kind of emerged from kind of where this hole is, so you're kind of below the general roof height. So you're within this chamber now. So I'd say 16, he notices something. He doesn't necessarily, because it's largely an owl, he doesn't necessarily twig directly that it's you guys, but he's seen something. What would you guys like to do?
I'd like to kind of move 60 foot.
Thanks, because I shoot him.
Yeah, you can absolutely shoot him.
Okay.
Do we?
I want to get a
do we
sneeze
want
back
him
in.
to-
I was going to say, this is. Are we getting a surprise? Surprise!
Yeah,
round?
So wait.
Do we-
Yeah, go on, touch it.
Are we instigating here, and could the Lord see that as a threat? Or High Lord?
I mean, using the term
what if
we
we-
very liberally there.
You try stopping
What-
Slicks.
What if we shout out to the lords? Tell them, because they only went with Praxis because they couldn't deal with him. He was too powerful. But now we've killed him. They'll be like, "Oh shit!"
Do we know that for sure?
We
know they're
it
fickle.
was, yeah, it was like inferred in a couple places that they just go along with whoever's most powerful.
Right, let's just kill him. I
Jesus.
think
Yeah, we-
Tauchi would have been like, do we check first? And Slicks would have just been like, nah.
We killed Draven. We deal with everything else afterwards. Once Draven's done, that's the immediate threat's gone. We can figure
I
out
think
after
I
that.
would get
Like the sword.
Tanos' opinion, but I think wouldn't really mean much to us.
It would just go.
No, that's a parrot. That's not an owl.
That's a pigeon.
So, are you shooting him?
Yeah.
Okay, right.
What?
In that case, I'll put your individual tokens on, so we can properly keep track of people. So we have Tauchi, we have Tenos, who is an owl.
I mean, that's pretty impressive that you can shoot a bow while an owl is holding on to you.
I'm assuming you're like grabbing onto my back or something, or I could
Wrap around your
leave-
waist like that.
I'd like to think that Tenos, Slicks has gotten his feet in Tenos's owl claws, and he's turned
I'm upside down.
specifically
Oh,
so
that's
that he
cool.
gets the cool factor.
Yeah.
Can you do an acrobatics check for this? Just, I mean,
Well, given
we know
we've
what the result
established
will
he
be.
cannot fail them.
Yeah.
A minimum of 22. Yes.
So, oh, for fuck's sake! And Draven rolled a 3 initiative. Everyone roll initiative, please. And we will.
I am
also-
so glad that the randomness of this has not changed. I have to say.
Do I get a surprise attack? Or
Yes,
does it...
Oh.
you do. So once we've got all the initiative things in order, we will
There you go, Andy.
have
Kill
the
screen now.
surprise.
Oh, thank you.
Which one did I click there? I clicked the wrong one.
Oh, pretty.
Overseer. Mouth.
For context, Mandy, Tanos turned himself into a giant owl.
Okay. I think the
And,
last time I heard of Tenos, he wasn't very well.
He
was a long time ago.
No, he doesn't have the kind of white hand plague anymore. That's all gone.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay. So let me just rearrange some windows here. So let's go.
I love Matty's icon. Sorry.
What's that?
You've got like an icon that's got like a dice roll of a 1 with the word crap underneath it.
Oh,
It just
yeah,
made me
yeah.
laugh.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's Slicks to go twice as you have a surprise round.
So the
And
26
It was
hit.
hell.
26 does hit.
So it's 9, and then because you've leveled up, it's now 66 sneak attack damage.
Jesus.
Ethan Rice.
Plus 26.
You,
Death from above.
is there going to be another sneak attack then?
Um,
'Cause
Depending
it's-
on what I can do on this turn, considering I'm being carried by an owl, am I able to land, move, and use a bonus action? Or can I not do that until my next turn?
It
Rick
very
looks a
much-
bit smug.
Oh, I'm the opposite of smug. I'm quite nervous right now. I didn't realise how high I was leveling everyone up. It very much depends on where you're landing. Are you landing on the dragon's wing, or are you landing on solid ground?
Oh, that's up to Tenos. He's carrying me. Where's he flying down to?
Yeah, but he's not moving for quite a while.
Yeah, sorry,
Yeah, but
sorry.
if he just tells me, then I can figure out.
So hang on. So what happened then? So Slicks basically just shot hit and big owl, and then you're jumping. You want to get down.
Yeah, so where are you planning to land so I can then decide where
I
to move?
I was planning to land 60 foot up on the mezzanine over here.
Right. How would it be lethal? Would it be damaging to be dropped from where I am now onto like the staircase?
So it's a, what did I say? I said it was a 40 foot.
30.
It was a 40-foot drop. So what's that in meters? That is what?
15,
15,
sorry,
12.
12-ish.
12, 15.
Yeah, so that's gonna hurt. That's gonna do some damage.
40 foot is 12 meters, yeah.
Yeah, so 12. So it's like 6 persons with. So yeah, that's gonna do some damage.
Checking through my abilities, see if there's anything that can help me here.
You're
I
not
don't
a
think
monk.
there is. The
Why do you want to get down?
ooh, because then I want to use my bonus action to hide, so I can't sneak attack again.
Can you not just drop and then use
Hold
the
on.
cloak on yourself as you're
Yeah,
dropping? And
you've
then
got your
you...
iridescent cloak. Just wave it
Yeah.
around yourself. Wrap it around yourself and hide.
Alright, I tell you what I'll do.
And Draven will go, whoa, that owl's magic, its feet just disappeared.
I'm gonna misstep down. Could I go to the top of the stairs?
Uh,
I mean, it'd be 10-foot drop from wherever I land if we're 30 foot in the air, 40 foot in the air. So I can only go 30 foot with the misstep.
Yeah, we live in non-Euclidean space here, so you can go to the top of the stairs and you'll drop 10 feet.
Okay.
Taking 1 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Then I'd move 30 foot there.
Okay.
Okay. That's that turn done.
Okay, and now you start your real turn.
Okay. Oh,
I feel concerned for
30.
big badass Draven now.
Do I have line of sight of him from up here?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And then, as I don't currently have advantage, I will do a. Oh, how long? How far is Firebolt? 120 feet. Already forgotten what I measured. Okay, I will move 10 feet closer. Yeah, max range. I will Firebolt. Let me roll damage. 23 hit.
Yep, 23 does hit.
14 fire damage. And then I will cunning action. Hide away.
Do your stealth roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
5.
Plus 12, jeez. Right, okay. Yeah, feel like you're pretty well hidden. Good turn. Tauchi, you are flying in the air at the moment.
Yeah, I don't think I need to get involved in this fight.
40 feet from the ground.
Algy's going to move down to be He's not going to stand on a dragon. He thinks that would be quite disrespectful, but he's going to crouch down, and he'll be floating above, almost upside down. So his feet are up in the air, and he's looking down at his sword. I'd like to do a history check, see if he recognises it.
Please don't touch this one like you did the last one.
Might not have a lot of choice. Compelled last time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, do your history check.
Ooh.
So with an 18, first of all, this sword looks almost identical to the sword that is strapped to your back, in terms of its design and ornateness and the glowing purple. Like these swords look like twins of each other, and the way that they're broken, like it looks like they are parts of the same sword. With an 18, you also get in the back of your mind little bits and pieces of some kind of like chant or rhyme or like memory to do with this sword as well. And you kind of get the odd word that talks about fragmented suns and the circle made one, and by Tauchi's hand or else by none. You get that kind of weird memory, but not really a memory, but kind of, as you get close to that. And as you rolled a check for that, I'm going to take that as your action.
Yeah, that's fine. Tauchi not going to interact with the sword anymore. For the time being. He's floated down 40 foot, so he's gonna. He's gonna float over here. He's gonna take a dash. No, I've had an action, haven't I? I might have to take a feline agility dash. Okay, so going to just drop down in front of the High Lord. So he'll take 50. He's got about 50 movement left. 10 movement left, and it will use that 10 to just kind of float down towards the steps and stop flying in front of him.
Okay.
Okay.
I am going to quickly put some tokens down specifically for the High Lords, just because I didn't, which was silly of me.
I'll be right back.
Quick question: if you got any spells from leveling up, are we able to use them now?
So I'm going to say yes, given that you very astutely sought to have Malifera restore you. So I'm going to say that you can have those new spells.
Does that mean my tranquility's in place?
When would you have cast it?
It automatically appears when I have a long rest until the next, and it stays until the next long rest if I don't fight someone.
So you didn't have a long rest. You had the effects of a long rest.
No, that's why I wondered. Yeah.
So let's put those three there. Oh, that's one extra one. That's them. So you are dashing to there, and that's your go. These guys.
Not a dash.
Not
Sorry.
a dash.
No, just regular movement.
Is that your go?
As a bonus action, can I just say, we're here to help. Praxis is dead.
You hear the response from the High Lords. Tyranny! Assassins! No, begone! Away from this sacred and holy place! And they are going to be sprinting away. Down here. These guys. So Slicks is pretty well hidden. Tauchi, you're going to get some magic missiles.
Bloody hell.
So, magic missile. Oh, it's doing it individually. Okay. At second level. 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you get them from the 2 at the very south. So what's that altogether? 2 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 3. That amount of damage.
Work it out.
Have you got enough fingers and toes?
10, 12, 14, 17, 19, 23.
23. Okay.
And we have the same spells coming towards you, Tenos. Still in giant owl form. Is Tenos there?
He's AFK. He said he'd be back in a minute.
Oh, right. Okay, well, let's count up how much damage he gets, and let's see if he's still an owl at the end of it. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He takes 10, 14, 15, 16, 20, 25. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 25 is 30. So he takes 30 damage.
Anyway, good night, gentlemen.
See
Good
It's
you.
been
night.
brief but lovely. Bye-bye.
Bye. Giant owl. Oh, giant owl has 19 hit points. So unfortunately, Tenos is going to be falling and taking some fall damage.
Falling onto the wing.
4d6. So the owl takes 30 because and Tenos takes 12. Mouths of the hammer. Tenos, did you? Sorry, Tauchi, did you land?
Yeah, he did land.
Okay. In that case, all of these guys are going to crowd around you. As the closest threat to the hammer that they can see. So got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And so you are going to get 7 scimitars against you.
Jesus.
Miss. 17.
No, miss.
14. Oh, Jesus. What? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And
One hit.
take 1 hit for 5 slashing.
5 slash. Cool.
I could hear like your smile drop as you went. You're gonna get hit by 7. Miss.
What is your AC these days?
Only 18.
Only. Good.
2 of them missed by 1. Nice.
Okay, so that's their go. And Tenos is still away. So we will come back to what Tenos is doing. In the meantime, Draven will be dashing. There. And don't think any of those are bonus actions. So yeah, he's dashing there. He's underneath this bridge.
Okay.
Remind me that we owe Tenos a go when he comes back, but we're back round to Slicks.
Okay.
Draven
Do I have-
seems unfazed by the attacks that you've made against him. He seems singularly focused on heading towards the dragon. You
Okay.
can. He's under the bridge, but you do have line of sight from there.
Alright, and I am going to attack.
Now,
Maybe we should have let him attack first.
But due to my skulker, I am not. When you are hidden from a creature and you miss your ranged attack weapon, making the attack does not reveal your position. So I'm still hidden.
Excellent.
So in that case, I am going to move. Yeah, let's move there. And don't think I'm gonna do anything else. Yeah, I guess that's my turn.
Okay. Tauchi, it's back to you. You are surrounded. Can't hear you.
I disengage. Do I disengage from them all?
If you disengage from the wall, yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Disengage and fly up.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm actually gonna.
You could attempt again to try and get across, because I think they're just panicking because you just came out of nowhere. And they're like,
Yeah.
oh shit, it's an assassin trying to kill us. Maybe you could attempt to explain what's happening or attack, whatever. Just
I think that's a bit dangerous in the situation Tauchi's in.
I mean, obviously get away from this situation before
Yeah.
doing that. Maybe you could fly in front of them or something as they're running away.
I'm going
The left.
to. Hold on a sec. Where? Yeah, it's really hard when the rooms are so big to remember what spot you were looking at. Okay, so basically, I'm going to use my Step of the Wind. Lose a key point. To disengage.
Okay.
Is this a cover over here?
Is it what's
Behind? There'd be cover behind this big statue, wouldn't
That is a
you
massive
think so.
statue.
Um,
The plinth it's on is about 7 to 10 foot high.
Sorry, kid kicking off, struggling to sleep in the heat.
Fair enough.
So you got to turn back.
I mean, I don't think I was going to be able to do much on my turn. But...
Oh, you fell.
Yeah.
You got.
Oh.
Yep.
You might want to do
No.
some stuff.
So
yeah, we'll finish off Tauchi's go, then we'll kind of go back to yours.
Okay.
I think Tauchi's gonna move to here to become engaged with these two. And that would have been an action because he would have had to dash.
Okay.
And he used his bonus action, so yeah, that's turn.
Okay. So Tenos, you got 8 magic missiles into you, which meant that your hit points as a giant owl fell to 0. So you took, so the owl took 30 damage. So you reverted to your regular form and fell, taking 12 bludgeoning damage.
Hang on, let me do some math. So, hang on. I had 19 health, minus 30. So then 11 of that carries over to my character, and then I took another 12 bludgeoning damage, so
Yep.
23 damage to 10 off.
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, and you are now in the difficult terrain of a large, semi-decaying dragon's wing.
This seems harder than the
Semi-decay.
beholder.
Alright. Do you want me to take a turn?
Yeah, take your time.
Okay, so
You skipped it.
I'm unsteady trained, so the dudes around us are attacking us.
So
Yeah.
the High Lords have started panically sprinting to the left, calling out, "Assassins, intruders, get away from this holy place," and are running for their lives. And the hooded figures are attacking the closest assailants that they can see.
Okay, so
And Draven so far has just been sprinting towards the dragon.
So we want to get the sword before he does, basically.
Do we want to take the sword out of the dragon?
Well, Draven's going to do it if we don't.
I mean,
Let's hit for the sword.
As Tanos is already on the dragon, then he's just going to clamber across to the sword. So is it how far? How much can I move across a decomposing dragon?
Half speed.
Half speed, so I can move 15. I can move.
It's
There.
a dash to move 30.
Could I suggest instead of that, where you fight because you're a fighter?
Yeah.
Just need to knock out the guys, and Tao Chi can get to that sword in one movement.
But do we want you to touch the sword?
Probably not, but I think the point would be about stopping Draven.
Okay. Well,
Someone in front of Draven.
in that case, then Tanos is going to attempt to leap off the dragon onto these steps here.
Ciao.
Okay.
Would you like an athletics check?
No, I think the environment is such that you can do that as an action.
Okay. And then I'm going to move into engage with this dude here.
Okay. No, I think that would be your full turn. I think.
Do I get an action?
How far can you jump?
I can
Have you
jump.
essentially done a dash there, or is that?
Oh, I see.
Movement?
Well, I moved 10 and then 25, so that extra 5 foot. I get to long jump, so I can add. It's hard to read without my glasses. Starting at 7th level, you can add half your proficiency bonus. So my proficiency bonus is 4.
Yeah, it should be 4.
So I can add
Oh, I didn't hit the level up button.
to any. In addition, when you make a running long jump, the distance you can cover increases by a number of feet equal to your strength modifier. So my strength modifier is 4.
Okay, so let's say you can make that extra 5 feet then.
Okay.
Rather than kind of spending ages trying to do the math.
Okay, so I'm going to swing at this guy to. So I'm not necessarily swinging to kill, but I'm going to attack. Oh man. Okay, do it again.
Crit fail. That does hit.
Okay. 13.
So you're swinging to knock out.
Yeah.
Okay, this person is absolutely knocked out.
Awesome. Oh, okay. So get another swing in there, but
Maybe Tao Chi could have taken out all of that.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
That's 10 off.
So we had Tauchi's go, so it's now the Overseer's goes. So they are going to these ones. They are going to move there. It's going to move there. In range. Let me just double check. 120. So one of them is in range. So you are going to get another 4 magic missiles against you, Tenos. So you take, what's that, 9, 13, 15 force damage.
Eef.
And the other one is going to club at you, Tauchi, and miss. These guys are going to... they would not step over the dragon, so they are going to start going around. So they're going under the stairs. That's going to get confusing. So we'll put that to show that they are under the stairs. Those ones would get nearby. And these ones will go... No, these ones will go this way as well because they don't want to be near you. They'd be able to get... So they are all sprinting that way. Okay, and so it's back round to Tenos.
Okay, with that guy down, I'm going to move in to engage the other one
Mm-hmm.
with the same tactic to knock out.
Yep, you hit him. And he is down.
Okay. From here, do they? I mean, are they just in robes?
They are in robes, and as they fall down, you can see that these are... They look humanoid, but they look impossibly old. Like, kind of imagine what a human would look like if they were age 400. Kind of, they look that kind of... I mean, they can shift it as a normal person, but like they look like the oldest of old, kept alive by some other means.
So what was that? That was 15, 20. I will then move just another 10 foot to there.
Okay. Draven is going to continue to sprint. He gets to there. He has definitely noticed you guys, but his eyes are fixed upon that sword. Slex. So far you've done 49 damage against him.
Billion.
I'm not going to get to the sword and be able to pick it up before him.
How do you intercept him?
Yeah. Okay. And I'll
Oh,
take
actually, Willie, hold on a sec. Yeah, you know what? Tauchi will intercept.
I'll take another shot. 25 hit.
25 hits.
66.
Plus 18.
Another 28 damage.
Good damage.
I'm able to go under the wing, or is that on the floor?
It's kind
I
of
should go around it.
it's pretty much on the floor. So for the I'll give allowance for the kind of spiky bits, but anywhere where kind of the line goes. So with your pink line, if the line goes completely through like the webbing of the wing, then that bit's difficult terrain. But for like just like the fingery bits, I'll let you treat that as normal terrain.
Okay, so can I go there?
Yes, you can do that.
Okay, so that'll be my movement and then cunning action
Okay.
dash.
Okay, so
Engaged.
you
Yes.
are now engaged with him. Okay.
And turn.
Tauchi?
Okay. Let's try and make an intercept.
So do you want to intercept him or do you want to get to the sword first?
Well, I still don't want to touch the sword. Tauchi doesn't want to touch the sword. Not
What
to
if you
say the
touch the sword with the other sword? Do you think you like absorb into the sword you've got on your back?
I mean, I could attempt to pull this sword out using something else, for instance, like my spear or something, but and then fling it over to Tenos in one fell swoop.
Sorry,
But
God killing sword towards my general direction. Yeah.
yeah, from the dragon to the dragon. The dragon.
Downsides of it.
I don't know. I think we just need to try and off Braven.
Okay, I should be able to get to it on my next turn with
Yeah, but
a cunning action dash.
oh, no, cool. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's do this then.
Then
Right,
action to pick it up.
I'm going to use my key point. Hold on a sec. I'm going to use Step of the Wind to get me the extra distance I need to get in front of Droven. Whoop. Then I am going to that's my bonus action gone too, as well as my movement. I'm going to hit him with my spear. Sorry, just trying to think the type of hit I'd be doing. It would be a two-handed strike, actually.
Spear 20 does hit.
Cool.
Actually, no, I'm going to, as a reaction, he is going to parry that.
Okay, fair enough. So it didn't hit technically.
So you would have hit, but he was able to get his longsword up.
Semantics are very important here. When I hit,
it did not hit.
right? Okay. So as I didn't hit, I just strike him and attempt to strike again.
And that will miss.
Okay, fair enough. And that would be turn.
Okay, these guys almost at the exit. The Hammer Overseers, we have two there, so these two, so they would do Tauchi's going to get 4 magic missiles, but also Graven is going to get 4 magic missiles, as you are the two closest assailants. So these are against Tauchi. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's
9,
13.
13.
And Draven gets 1, 2, 3, 4.
13 as well.
13 plus 13. And they will also move closer. Mouth of the hammer, they are all going to dash to there. These guys would be up because they would have looped around. So They're going to be dashing. They are no longer under the bridge. And so we are back round to Tenos.
Okay. I'm going to move just to the top of the stairs here, and I'm gonna. Can I double line of sight, Draven?
Yes, you can.
Okay, I'm gonna fire a crossbow. A trusty crossbow. Oh,
That's a good hit. 20. Landing some good hits on this guy.
how far away is that? 60. Then I'm going to. I think that's it. That's all I can do for now.
Okay, Draven. I'm going to. So, you guys are very much in his way right now.
Yeah.
Mm.
So there's a bonus action. He's going to cast Smearing Smite. Smearing Smite? That's not right. Searing Smite. And then he's going to attack. He's been using his shield, so it's going to be one-handed. He's going to make some longsword attacks. The first one against Tauchi. It's 18 hit.
Meats, yeah.
Oh, hold on. Reaction. I have silvery barbs now.
Oh, fucking silvery fucking barb.
Mm.
You have to re-roll, take the lower roll.
Okay.
Hey.
So this is a reroll of the long hand. One-handed.
Oh. And then you choose a different creature you see within 60 feet to have disadvantage. I guess the closest guy.
So this guy has disadvantage.
Yeah, I can't. I have to choose a different creature. I can't choose the same.
Okay, cool.
So
you still take the hit. So you take 6 slashing, 24 necrotic, and 1d6 fire damage. So plus an extra 5 fire damage. Target and cause the target to ignite in flames. So at the start of each of your turn, you need to make a con saving throw, or you keep taking fire damage. That's Tauchi.
Oh.
That's the first of its multi-attacks. So then we're going to do one against Slicks. So you take 6 plus 18.
I'll half that with my uncanny dodge.
Oh, well, he'd better do his third one against you as well. Just
Misses.
Misses. Okay. So that was his bonus action and attack. He is going to, though, he's going to take the opportunity attack from Slicks. So we'd go 5, 10, and it would also be opportunity attack from Tauchi to start leading up. So he's gone around you. He's difficult terrain, so he's half movement. So he's taking his bonus action, he's taking his attack, and he's taking his movement.
So, can I just check? Does 22 hit?
22 does hit, yeah.
That's on the opportunity attack. Yeah.
Yeah. Although, hang on,
Oh.
I said that, Slicks, you used your reaction.
Oh, just
Um,
So you
okay,
can't
yeah.
take your opportunity attack. So,
Can I redo? So Silvery Barbs, I misread it. Second part. If you
Okay.
choose a different creature, the creature has advantage on the next roll, not disadvantage. So can I give that to Tauchi instead?
yes, you can.
So as advantage of the next attack roll, ability check or saving throw. But I'm assuming that doesn't matter because he hit with that
He
attack.
hit with his
Yeah.
spear.
Oh, does that not count? Does that count as an attack?
For
Attack
the-
roll. Oh yeah, attack roll. Yeah, okay, yeah, never mind.
So 22 does hit. So it does the 6.
It specifically says when you hit with a melee weapon attack.
Yep, so you hit.
So I'll spend a key point. Can he make a con saving throw?
Okay.
Come on.
So I have advantage on this.
Okay.
Because he has resistance. So 18. So it passes. And he is... let's see how far away is he. He is 25 feet away from being able to reach the hilt of this sword. Slicks, it is your go.
Okay. Can I do some sort of acrobatics check to climb this without rough terrain? To say I'm like, I don't know, like parkouring through the spikes, vaulting over them.
I will say yes, but there will be a consequence if you get below a certain number.
Okay.
So let's say
Go for it.
Is this going to be one of the ones where you can't roll below a 20? So what would a reasonable thing be? So let's say if you get below 15, you fall prone.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I can then climb up. Or do I have to climb up the tail? I can't just jump.
You can take any route.
Okay. In that case,
You'll get
I'll
an
take that
opportunity
route.
attack from him there, though.
Yep.
I just have to risk it. So that will be a cunning action dash up to there.
Okay, let's
So I'll take the opportunity of attack.
take the sword. 28.
It hits.
So that is 8 slashing plus 16 necrotic.
Can I have uncanny dodge again? Use your reaction. Can I use uncanny dodge for that? It says use your reaction.
So you get 1 reaction per turn.
Okay, so this is my new turn. So yeah,
so this
I
is
can
your
do
new
this.
turn, so you can.
Yeah. Okay. I will do that again. He use it now or next time he attacks me. It doesn't really matter. So I take half, which would be 12. And then I'll use my action to pull out the sword.
Okay.
Or grab the hilt, depending if that does anything.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Alright, here we go. 21.
It's pretty good, pretty good. As you touch the hilt of the sword, you hear a screaming in your ears. You don't fall. You don't fall prone. You don't fall unconscious. But you have this screaming in your ears that is so distracting and disorientating that you have you're not able to focus on anything else. Like you know that you won't be able to focus on anything else while you are kind of touching this sword. So while you are touching this sword, all your attacks will be at disadvantage.
Yep.
All attacks against you will be at advantage.
Okay. So did I pull it out, or am I just holding it and holding it, or is it still in there? I'm just holding it.
You've taken it a little way out. It's not all the way out yet.
Okay.
It is as with the one that was under the mountain. Like this is bigger than a normal sword, so like the handle is like 5 feet long.
Right. Yeah. No, that's fine.
Okay, Tauchi, it is your. Oh, you do not have a lot of health, Tauchi.
No, I noticed the necrotic on. I would not put the necrotic damage on. 24 necrotic. Okay, well, not.
Well, at the start of your turn, you need to make a Constitution saving throw, or take 1d6 fire damage.
Okay, cool.
The DC is 18.
Constitution.
Draven's tough.
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
Critical.
The spell ends. You are no longer covered in fire.
And with that, Tauchi.
Can you like suplex
Squeeze
him
himself
off the
together.
dragon or something?
No, I need to use my wholeness of body and give myself 33 hit points back.
I think that's wise.
Yeah. Yeah, that's 41. I can't be asked to mouse. There we go.
Is there anything else you do?
Yeah, so that was only an action, wasn't it? Was that an action? Yeah. Cool. So, yeah, actually. So Tauchi's going to move over this way, flow over, like just straight line it, and shout as he's passing. So hold on, let me get a distance right.
So you're flying over this.
Flying over, yeah.
Okay.
And shouting to Slicks as he goes by, "Leave it in! Leave it in!" As he's stealing himself. Leave it in!
Okay, so the High Lords of the Hammer. No one made any further interactions with them. They have ran out the doors. The Overseers. So the two that are still up are going to fire at Slicks. This will be just 3 each this time instead of 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So you take 10, 20,
25.
5. These guys are gonna try and block any escape. So I'm just gonna go there. And it is Tenos's go.
Well, if I get hit by Draven, I'm dead. Pretty much.
I'm gonna go
Now
to
she just
there.
ran away.
You've taken so that you're aware, you have taken 104 hit points off Draven.
Well, there you go. I'm then gonna move So I just moved 20. So would it be as soon as I'm on the wing, and then am I then moving half speed, or is it normal distance to this? So I can move onto there, and I can maybe onto another square.
Yep.
Okay. So from there, I'm going to. Would I be able to reach the sword from there?
Not from that one. You'd have to be on. So the square that Slicks is on, the one below it, or the one to the left.
Okay.
That's
I'm
it.
going to.
Putting yourself between me and Draven would be a good idea.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just trying to maximize my movement. So I'm going to dash. I can only dash 15 to there. And then I'm going to use. No, sorry, it's a lie. I'm going to dash 15 to there. And then I'm going to use my bonus action surge to get another action out of the system.
Mhm.
And use Breath of Fire on Draven.
Okay. Just so I know, did you guys? I can't remember. Did you guys decide who had what of Faust's items?
Yeah.
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 Just in case
Yeah.
I murder one of you. Okay, cool.
So Breath of Fire.
So dexterity saving throw. He has advantage on this. 25. So takes half of that. That's 8. You've done a good amount of damage. He's still very dangerous looking.
And that is the extent of tennis. Okay.
Okay. It's Draven's turn.
Actually, Denos will say you've lasted longer than your master did, as he did that Breath of Fire.
Well then, now I am the master. And I'll swat you down like bothersome flies. And complete his vision. And he is going to... Oh, is he going to banish you? Oh, that could be quite fun. No, he wouldn't. He would go... Ooh, it's difficult terrain. So he could only make it to there. So he can't attack you. But he is going to... He is going to cast Banishment on Slicks to get you out of the way. He is going to try and pop you into another plane of existence. So make a Charisma saving throw, please. DC 18.
Slicks or Denos?
Slicks.
Okay. Charisma saving throw, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, I have to roll a 19 or a 20 because I have -1 to charisma.
Do you have
So just
inspiration
by-
roll?
Nope. So here we... Shit! Wait, does it banish anything that I'm holding with me? Because I am holding onto this sword. Does the sword go with me?
To at which point the target is native to a different plane existence on your own. The sword does not go,
Oh,
but as you are banished from this plane of existence, the fact that you are touching the sword means that Where you are banished to is not a. You feel like it's had an effect, and you find yourself in a room. You feel like it is. You feel like your consciousness is like you feel like your body is elsewhere, but your consciousness is occupying somewhere else, and you are in a room, an ornate room with many hooded figures kneeling down with their hands in serene prayer, and you can hear chanting, which is like a rhyme over and over and over, and you are there long enough that you can make out, when single shines the fragmented sun, what was sundered and redone shall be whole, the circle made one by Tao Chi's hand, or else by none. Over and over and over and over again. And I will write that in the chat at the end of the session. So
Thank you.
But yeah, you feel like your mind has gone there, and it's gone there because you were touching the sword. But for the time being, you are popped out of existence. So I will put you out the way. A little cross there. That's Draven's go. Slick's that's concentration as well. So I'll put that there to remind me.
You can break the concentration and I'll come back.
Okay.
Oh, I missed my turn. Ah, damn it.
That's
That was
annoying.
next.
So I'm gonna move here. Oops, here.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a minimum range on spells?
If it's a ranged spell, if it's a ranged spell attack, then if it's like base to base, you have disadvantage on it. If it says roll a ranged spell attack, then it's a disadvantage. Otherwise, no.
Okay.
If it doesn't say ranged spell attack, then no.
So I think at this point, Tauchi's going to stand in front of the sword, and he. Can't.
In fact, standing in front of the sword, make me some kind of wisdom based check.
Check.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do a perception.
And this is as a free action, so this is not taking up your action.
Oh. I think because I perceive the presence of the sword.
Okay, so the 20. While I was saying, do it, you can hear. Take me, I'm yours. I belong to you. We are one. Take me away.
He's gonna look at the sword, look at Draven, and he's gonna pull out of his pocket a scroll. He's gonna open it, and he's gonna say, "Kill."
Ooh, that is a gamble.
Big gamble.
Let me just get up so that it's precise and on record. Power word kill. You utter a word of
100
power.
HP or less, right?
Well, one creature you can see within range to die instantly. So I told you that you had taken off 112 hit points.
112, yeah.
This challenge rating 17 Death Knight had fewer than 100 hit points left.
Ah,
As you say this, the scroll starts to crumble, and in its place is a ghostly visage of the scroll, which coalesces into a hand. And as it turns into this kind of green glowing hand, it darts forward towards Draven's neck and clutches around him. And you can see Draven goes down to his knees as the life is being pulled out of him through this hand, and he is clutching out and clawing at the body of the hammer. Like, he is literally digging into the flesh, trying to get to you, but he doesn't get any closer before you see the life go from him, and this scroll disappears. And you have used the very valuable resource of a scroll of power word kill. Slicks pops back into existence exactly where he was, but with the knowledge of this room with the chant.
to get his bearings, he turns to Touch and he's like, "Have you got a cult following of some kind?"
Not that I remember.
We are still in initiative.
Okay.
I mean, we could knock them all out, or we could get the hell out of Dodge and revisit the Lords when they see that we weren't trying to take the sword.
Yeah, we weren't, were we?
I mean, are you?
I thought we were. I thought that's the whole point of coming here. Other than getting Draven. Don't we need the sword to take on Athelion?
No, I think the sword is keeping the dragon asleep.
Both
Yeah,
of these
obviously.
things can be true.
I think they're both true, yes. I think the sword, well, unless you're telling Slicks everything about the stuff you found out in the books. As far as you're aware, you need both parts of the sword to make the full weapon that we need to take on Athelion.
There's much more to this story. I can explain. The sword should be safe here for now. We can return if we need to.
Can we?
I don't want us to risk falling out of favor.
I just need to check something. Okay. We don't have a copy of the quest we were given, was it? Was the quest just to kill the Beholder that we got?
Yeah, it was. I think it technically was to eliminate the Beholder threat. This might have evolved with.
I just tried to decide what is Slicks's.
You know what?
Your mission was to eliminate the greater threat in the hammer that was behind everything in Amson Burl. So you could take that to mean killing the Beholder or dismantling the Veil. As far as you're aware, you've killed the leader and all of his lieutenants now. And yet there is a walking god coming towards you.
I think Tao Chi is going to actually just say scratch that as he flies off, using a bonus action to. I've never used Stepler Wind so much. To engage with these two.
So bear in mind, when Slicks pops back into existence exactly where he was means still holding on to the sword and has pulled it out a little bit.
I actually couldn't go to exactly where I was because Tauchi was in my spot, so I went to the next nearest space.
Right, okay. In that case, you are still have your hands as though you were holding onto the sword.
Okay.
So you're flying over there to these guys. Yeah.
To engage with them. Turn, because I've got nothing left I can do.
Wait, so are we taking the sword or not?
Knock them out. Knock them all out. He would have said scratch that, knock them out, knock them all out as he flew off towards this lot.
Okay, so
Try.
Ouchie just realised that we've defiled their god. They're not going to reason with us at any turn.
Unless we wake the god up.
Maybe, but we need time
And
to think about it.
we brought your god back to life. Here you go.
I'm pretty
That's
sure
your Telepilion.
eager to loot that corpse. Loot that body.
Yeah.
So Tauchi, you're going to get 2 clubs on you, and both miss. And then these 2 are, they're going to stay there. These guys are going to form up. And they're going to say, with one voice in unison all at the same time, very Borg-like. If I turn on the voice modulator that I downloaded, I'd have it on now. But they are going to turn to you all and say, leave the body of our Lord. Leave this holy place. Death will become you. Do not let it be here. Leave now. And they are all readying actions. Tenos, it's your go. You guys can. Well, you guys can do anything you want.
Tenos is 100% going to take Draven's sword.
Okay.
But he'll also kind of, as he kind of is knelt over the body, he'll just like flip it over to like face the booming Borg, and proclaim to them, we were only here to stop this one from defiling your god.
Then your task is complete and you may leave. But leave now. Do no more harm here.
We are on our way. And Tenos will actually take Draven's body with him, if it is possible to carry.
As you do, you go to pick up his body, and his flesh becomes ash, and he is left with the black spiky plate armor, his shield, and his belongings. Everything that was his body is ash. Such is the power of power and kill.
Fair enough. I guess he'll just take his shield and his sword.
Well, that black armor might be quite nice.
I mean, there's only so much armor I can hoard, I think.
Are you doing anything else?
I will step. Without intent, I will kind of step down from the dragon.
As soon as we're all next in turn order, do we all just want to agree to leave?
Yeah, I was going to say. So I think the assailants to the left have made their intentions clear, and they've given you their ultimatum. So we can come out of initiative order unless you decide to start wailing on them. So you have a choice of: are you taking the sword, leaving the sword, and then there are a few different ways to leave this room if that's what you want to do. So there's the exit to the left, which is towards, you would know it from the way you oriented when you came in, towards the kind of main entrance exit. You've got back the way you came, or you have the hole in the floor to the right, which is where Draven got in.
Which I'm assuming goes to the sewers. Considering all the other notes that we collected.
We can't go back
probably
up.
leads back to Melfira's library.
Probably does, and it's probably safer than going out the main entrance because
We can go back up.
you can't pull him off again, can you?
Yes, one more charge.
I
There's 3 charges,
have.
right?
I have. I'm not going to say how many charges I have, but I'm keeping track of how many charges I have. And I can I certainly can go back the way we came.
Do you want to use it? You already stood on the corpse of the dragon. Is it best just to hop down and leave?
Just
On
jauntily make our way out through Draven's little hidey hole.
Well, kind of like
Oh.
if you hopped off and then like gently walked off and then tried to avoid touching him again, making your way across, and kind of respectfully and jump over the tail and well keep an eye on and walk towards the exit.
I think we got to be careful of walking towards them.
Yeah, that's my worry. But I was sorry, I should draw it. I was thinking coming down here, going over here, and then going over this way while watching them. Eyeball them up to there. Meanwhile, Tauchi flies right over here and sits down here. No, what's the thoughts?
Slix would look to Ternos, as Slix isn't doing too well right now. He's just had some weird experience after touching the sword. And he would look to Tenos, who is standing strong, who is not here. Just looked over.
I think Tauchi would be the last to leave because he would be there with these two, like, and watching his friends leave to make sure. And
okay, if we walk in this direction towards the hole, do they say anything?
They are watching you, still looking like they are readying something. They take no action, but they are basically, as you move, they are turning to follow you with their eyes.
I think if I were to like turn into a giant bird,
Well,
they'd
you're back.
probably attack.
yeah, they might.
So let's just kind of progressively head out towards the sewers or whatever that hole is. Then
Yeah.
So, but we're worried if we walk that way that we're going to get attacked.
Yeah, that's kind of my worry, but that's why I think if Tauchi stays for the two main casters, we don't know whether the others can't cast, but he could just keep him at bay and obviously lay into him if it turned nasty.
I mean, we've kind
Alright, okay, let's go.
Okay. So the sword is staying where it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They allow you to leave.
Cool. And then Tauchi will fly off after. Land
As
down
you
here.
go to take off, Tauchi, one of the ones near you touches your shoulder. Not grabs, touches. And says to you, "Brother, the conjunction. It is at hand. Bring your whole self. Like the others." And then lets you go. And
Is that a Tauchi in disguise?
And you go to the hole and you climb down, and you find yourself in a very large and very well mapped out and constructed set of tunnels under the city that a DM was getting concerned you wouldn't actually go anywhere near after the amount of time it took to make the map. But that is where we are going to call it.
Awesome.
Yeah. Considering last campaign, the first thing we did was go to the sewers.
Yeah, exactly. And it still might be true. I was seriously expecting Draven to be a Tauchi, like an evil Tauchi, and then if he gets to the sword, then shit would happen.
Yeah.
I mean, did anyone look at his face? It could have been.
I mean,
You
I tried to pick up his
powered
body.
too soon.
That's true.
Something I just figured out just now. If you're So if you hold left click on your character to pick them up, if you hold right click as well, it does a arrow for helping to do distances.
Wait, what?
So if you start dragging something and hold right click at the same time.
Let me grab my guy. Also drag and hold. Oh, cool. That's so much easier.
Yeah. Rather than measuring and then trying to figure out where you measure to when you move them.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow.
I see. If you left click and hold over a token and tap Q, it does the same thing.
Lift it. Hold it. Oh, yeah.
But
Oh,
yeah,
or you
so
can-
you have
okay.
left the blade, but you have killed a level 7 challenge 17 rating Death Knight.
Bloody hell.
He obviously
with
leveled up
a-
as well.
With a very a gamble that paid off with the spell scroll power word kill.
How much health did he have left? Out of interest.
He had 180 in total, so he had about 70 something left.
So
Oh,
it
nice.
was definitely the right time to use it then.
Yeah, because we wouldn't have stopped him. He
No,
would have ended all of us, I think. Before.
even in no, yeah, it would have been at least 2 turns, if that. No, maybe 3.
If you hadn't used that scroll, we could very easily have been looking at a total party wipe.
Yeah.
He hadn't used his special 1 per day Hellfire Orb. And he was only using his multi-attack sword that gets 3 attacks at one-handed.
What is the sword, by the way?
So it's a long sword. It's
Okay.
very ornate. It looks very evil, but you get a feel that the extra necrotic damage came more from the fact that he was wielding it rather than the sword itself.
Okay.
But it
What-
does have a big eye, like on the hilt and on the pommel. So this is
Ooh,
very
that's cool.
clearly a sword that belonged to a very senior lieutenant in the Vale, if that's useful.
Nice. Very useful. Is it +1? +2?
Let's see. It was +11 to attack, so that was strength +5. So I don't think so. I think it's just
A longsword.
plus his proficiency bonus. Yeah, it's just a very ornate longsword. He's just very.
Oh,
very,
cool.
He's just very, very good at it.
Awesome. I mean, it's going to be useful to potentially intimidate or to use against Vale.
You also have Draven's full plate armor as well. So it was only his body that turned to ash. So if you wanted to take that with you, you could have.
I think I only opted for the shield.
Okay, so you have his sword and his shield.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah. So what's the plan for where you go? So you've gone down into the sewers, and your ultimate goal is.
I personally think ladies. Reconvene with ladies.
Yeah, I'm mulling over an idea that the convergence doesn't have to happen.
I'm gonna have to shoot, by the way. So
Alright.
I'll say good night. But anyway, I'll catch you guys there.
Cheers.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Slicks would tell Tauchi about what he saw in his little vision while he was banished. I can't remember the words what you said, but yeah.
I will send the words in the post game WhatsApp.
Which seemed to be what I assume was a bunch of Tauchis talking about this conversion.
Mm.
To a little
I think it's probably correct, and probably he needs to put all the pieces of the god killer back together.
Yeah, we have done some discussion in the group chat that we're part of trying to theorize what's going on. I believe current theory is that Tauchi is part of the sword, which is one of the brothers of the gods or whatever. Is the current theory.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, the swords could be pieces, or they could just be a kind of the weapon of even. Don't know.
It makes me very
Um,
happy to know that you guys are thinking about it.
Yeah, been mulling over a few theories. I've got a theory about this doesn't have to play out, but the way fate is driving it.
Interesting.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see.
Cool. Awesome. Well, yeah. Next time we will open up in the sewers, and we will see whether or not you get out of the sewers. But
Are we going to stumble across maybe a new potential party member with Dave being back next week?
maybe you might have just killed him. You don't know.
The
No,
stumbling
you haven't.
Eric, maybe.
That'd be hilarious.
Stumbling Eric.
Oh, I did love Shambling Eric.
Oh, he was the
Yeah.
best decision I ever made. Just to pick him up and just carry him around everywhere.
That was one of those things that I loved, but I did not anticipate at all. Like, yeah, let's just take him. Right.
And then turned him into a vampire.
We like our side party members. Actually, shit. Where's Clive's hand?
Evelk and
Just be
Eric, yeah,
us.
where are they?
Yeah, well, those two. But Clive's hand must. We didn't leave Clive's hand in the library.
No,
stayed
I'm,
with
I'm,
us.
I'm assuming at all times that Clive's hand is with Tenos, given that Clive's hand
Yeah.
has asked, "Father, I am incomplete. I want a body."
Yeah, fair. Right.
Cool.
If only
no.
Clive could see him
Yeah.
now. The real Clive, I mean.
Poor Clive.
The
Clive's
hero of
hand-
Amson Bill that destroyed the Clockwork Dragon.
Well, and he took out Praxis. Clive's hand was MVP.
This is a different Clive. This is the Clive that Slicks knew.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
Cool.
Night.
Catch you later, guys.
Thanks, Rick.
See you next
Good
week.
night.
Matty.
Thanks for the game.
No worries. I'll catch you later.